Okay, I'm going to share with you my philosophy on work. If the work is going to go well, it starts off with the proper preparation. Now, for a project like this old sailboat restoration that I'm working on, preparation is incredibly important here. It takes coffee, strong coffee, and lots of it. Most mornings, a whole pot. And not just any coffee is going to work for me. I fly this stuff in special from Hawaii. All right, well, I don't really fly it in. I ordered online from the Hawaiian Isles Coffee Company and they UPS it to me, but I'm sure it probably went on a plane somewhere along the way. So anyway, this stuff is the elixir of life. And as long as I got a pot of this stuff, I'm ready to go out there and take whatever that old boat can throw at me. So let's get after it, see what happens today. Okay, so the object of today's fun and games is to get these top pieces that I've now laminated back to my underlying plywood ready to have a layer of fiberglass sheet and resin bonded across all of these joints where I had to cut this thing into little pieces. So what I'm basically doing is we got my orbiter sander up there and I got some 60 grit sandpaper and I'm sanding the paint off to try to kind of get back to that underlying layer of fiberglass so that my new glass and my resin will bond well to that. And it was going along pretty well. It's eaten up a piece of sandpaper pretty quick. So at some point in this process, I decided it was time to put a fresh sheet of sandpaper on the sander and perhaps grab another sip of coffee while I was stopped for a minute. Okay, so as I was watching this after the fact, I could clearly see that I stopped, grabbed the package of the sandpaper discs, and took out a fresh sheet of sandpaper. But if we look really close, isn't that fresh sheet of sandpaper laying on the boat here? Yes, indeed it is. So what on earth am I sanding with? Okay, well, I'm nothing if not observant. So I quickly figured out, well, not that quickly, but I did figure out something was wrong and had one of those, oh my God, it's tough getting old moments as I was looking at the sander here with no sandpaper on it. I basically have just been rubbing the pad along the top of the boat there. But as you can see, as I put a new fresh sheet of sandpaper actually on the sander, got a little puff of dust at the end, and boy, I was really making good time. So I got this job finished and got the glass work done. And again, I've said it before, it's really hard to film when I'm doing that resin because I got gloves on and it's all sticky and messy and don't really want to ruin a camera. So I'll give you a shot of the after of that project, but I'll spare you the gory details. It was messy and time consuming and sloppy, and my feet kept sticking to the thing, and I'm kneeling around on the boat. I'm gluing my knee hairs to the boat with the resin. So overall, a fairly unpleasant process.
All right, well, this is me trying to do that thickener in the epoxy. I'm not sure what I did wrong. Now, you can't really tell. There's 2 layers of fiberglass sheet down in there, and that's ready to be sanded smooth. So, and there's a sheet down the center here. Same drill, it's got a couple layers of epoxy over the top. Gonna sand that off a little. See what we can do here. Okay, well, here's the problem. The way I put myself through college 100,000 years ago was I was a drywall finisher. So my job was to take unflat walls and make them look extremely flat. So it's a curse, really. I can't ever look at a wall without seeing every little blemish or badly finished joint. And as you can see, as I'm working on this roof up here, this epoxy just does not seem to be the stuff that you flatten the final finish with. I don't know what you do. I think I saw that one guy say gel coat solves all sins or cures all sins or whatever, but I'm not sure I'm gonna have gel coat. I'm just gonna have paint. So I think I'm gonna get a little, put a skim of really thin layer of body putty on the top of this. I know someone's gonna freak out, but I'm gonna do a really thin little layer just to give me something to work with to smooth this top off. But on the plus side, my little cofferdam worked here. It rained last night, and you can see no water went past my little dam. Well, there's a wind. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do.